In the flicker of the CRT's light, the boundary between day and night begins to fade, a spectral line, as the nightmare's grip becomes entwined. Reality slips through fingers frail as you succumb to fear's dark tale, lost in the liminal betwixt and between, in this night's embrace, an uncertain scene. In the utopian Art Deco apartment, Spider and Lisa settle onto the wonderful suede couch, exhaling a sigh of relief. Without exchanging words, they both perk up at the sound of a flush echoing down the hallway. Intrigued, they rise and tread slowly down the narrow, immaculate corridor toward the assumed bathroom door. As they reach to knock, it swings open, revealing a skinny, pale teenager in silver attire, akin to pajamas, with harvest moons for eyes. Oh hey, the new roommates. He breezes past them. Glancing into the unfamiliar washroom, they follow him back to the living room. Lisa notices Spider's impending question, his face twisted in confusion, but she intervenes. What's going on? Who are you? Where are we? When will this trip end? The teenager chuckles to himself, meeting their gaze with a smirk. If it could end, I doubt you'd want it to. Seated in the alcove by the TV, they watch as he flicks it on, catching a fleeting glimpse of a forest reminiscent of one they once visited before the channel shifts to a Plymouth Voyager. Stop, they exclaim, but the teenager rebuffs. It's my TV. You can watch whatever you want later. Right now, it's my turn. He points to a screen displaying TV hours Danny 224. What happened to my brother? Lisa asks, staring at the boy. Oh, you mean the guy who exploded? Danny's fine, just somewhere else. I don't know how to react anymore. It's all happening so fast. Spider sighs. Danny 224 clears his throat. That's all you can do. Mom, the roommates are here, he calls out. At the mouth of the adjacent hallway, a middle-aged woman appears, her smile almost unsettlingly radiant. Oh, great! Another vampire, she remarks, causing them to shift uncomfortably. Carrying a tray adorned with 3 blood-red drinks, she places them on the ottoman before the trio. Her gaze falls on Spider apologetically. Sorry, I didn't get you something, she remarks before swiftly downing one of the drinks. Oh my, she mutters as the red liquid dribbles down her cheek, her eyes gleaming like crescent moons, hinting at the vast expanse of the universe beyond. I don't know if we have anything for you. What would you like to drink? Milk? I'm good. They settle around the TV as Danny 224 stows away the remote in a hidden compartment, plunging the room into darkness. Then, the mood lighting emits a soft glow. So, begins Danny 224, but before he can continue, Lisa interjects. Look, I don't understand any of this. We must be in a dream. Some vivid, comatose vision. The mother and son exchange a gentle smile. It's better than the alternative. What alternative? Spider asks. Isn't that the fun of it all? The mother says. She sighs. You're home now, under the captain's care, where we can all enjoy eternal bliss. I feel like a break from this bliss, quote unquote. Lisa says, looking into space. The main doors open as Midnight and Bandit make their entrance, followed by the captain in a more refined attire than the hoodie and cargo pants from before. The room falls into a heavy silence. The captain taking a seat as a chair materializes from the wall, breaks the tension. "You're going to thank me for this," he says abruptly. They listen. "You were slaves to a simulation." He casts a sympathetic look towards the mother, still beaming. The balcony doors open slightly. An announcement can be heard on the speakers outside. Freed from their grasp by an unnamed benefactor, the captain now seeks out other lost souls, offering them a choice between imprisonment or the blissful existence he has provided. Cap chuckles. The doors close. "That explains it better than I can." Drawing out a scarab-like instrument from his pocket, Cap offers it to Lisa. She reaches out and plucks it, studying it. "I saw this before. I still don't understand it. That devil man seemed to insinuate that it was a portal to our home." The captain nods. "What home do we even have at this point?" "How about I let you think about it," he says. "Deal," she says, pocketing the device. Cap gets up and the chair evaporates, and he starts to exit. Lisa and Spider exchange glances. Cap doesn't look back. "You can't just leave. You've explained nothing." "You have eons for that," he says without turning, and leaves the apartment. "What now?" Spider asks. Another announcement sounds through the wall speakers. "Nearing Jupiter Station Alpha. For those wishing to take part in the Festival of the Moon Queen, please make your way to the boarding terminal, and our seasoned boarding crew will guide you safely to the surface of Europa. All participants are encouraged to be respectful of the Europans and to leave behind no refuse." "Is there a bed?" Lisa asks. A soft chime comes from the hallway where the mother had emerged. A warm voice comes over the speakers. "Your bedroom is located at the far end of the hallway." "I'm going to rest." "Me too," says Spider, and a similar prompt is given to him. In your dim-lit room, shadows dance as you feel the pull, the fateful trance. A vortex beckons, its whispers dark, drawing you closer, leaving its mark. Your apartment, once a haven, now aglow, with crimson hues, an ominous show, each corner tainted by the void's call, as reality slips like leaves in fall. You grasp for solace, for something true, but the void's grip tightens, consuming you. Your senses blur, your essence frayed. As you fade into darkness, a soul is betrayed. Lost in the abyss, you dissolve away. No trace remains of night or day. In the void's embrace, you're finally free. A fleeting whisper in eternity's sea. Fog cakes the naked branches and skeletal structures of brick and iron that dot the frigid landscape. It's a chill that is ever present. Souls float manically through the dead vegetation and hide in dungeons, nooks and crannies carved out by eons of tormented souls going anywhere they could but where they are. The click of typewriters echo vast distances. The writers. To archive the forgotten stories left by those who had debt with the Reaper, they bound the souls to this bleak dimension. There are plenty of them, fresh, green, not fully materialized. Some, on the other hand, have been brooding here for many endless nights. The captain looks despondent. That's where I come in. Come on, can we save the formalities for someone else? Very well, says the woman levitating above the doormat. on the veranda of a dilapidated cottage. Her black eyes gaze through the house. "I shall explain this to the vampire," she says. He blinks, and she's gone. A scream is heard from the bedroom at the top of the stairs. "You don't have to bring her up to speed, I've got this." "Very well," she says, in between shrieks. He looks outside once more. The demon glides off backwards, hissing at him through needle-like teeth, then disappears into the fog. The sound of someone falling down the stairs brings Cap back inside. He shuts the door. Lisa lies at the bottom of the steps, petrified. She looks out of the corner of her eyes at him. "Help," she whispers. He steps over her and enters the kitchen. "Do it yourself," he laughs. "You know, you really fucked everything over." "Where's Spider?" she groans as she rights herself. She feels the pain subsiding rapidly. She enters the tiny kitchen to see Kat making a pot of tea on the propane stove. "O'Leary ate him." "What?" "Ate him. O'Leary ate him." "And I didn't think it could get any weirder," she says to herself. He pauses, staring at her. She stares back. The silence is deafening. The boiling water brings her out of a dissociative state. "Chamomile or peppermint?" She turns around and makes for the door, feeling like throwing up. "I wouldn't go out there." She enters the living room and freezes. Shadows blot the dim light through the bay window. They palm the glass and stare with their crimson eyes. The feeling of desperation intensifies as she stares. A hand pulls her back into the kitchen. "Wraiths," says Cap. "They suck the fun out of everything." "So this is another pocket dimension?" she asks, nervously eyeing the front door. "This is rock bottom, I'm afraid," he says. "Come again?" "The deep." He looks out to the kitchen window as another wraith, smaller this time, peers through, whispering a chant of some kind. "This is the inner dimension, between realms, where souls who have lived too many lifetimes do their sentence." "Lifetimes?" Lisa asks quietly. "The simulation can extend the lifetimes of many souls past their natural expiry. They come to you in slumber, so you don't feel it." "Who are you?" "Good question." He hands her a mug with 2 tea bags in it. "Enjoy your tea. Oh, you don't have to call me Captain." "Wait, what then?" "No names. I prefer it that way." The Electric Noir.